What's good today? We are watching Dead Air VHS tapes, another reaction video. We're gonna play some war games about later this week, probably. Um, let's just get straight into it. Dead Air VHS. First video is if your teacher makes a mistake, stay silent. Don't correct them. Stay absolutely quiet. Let's get into it.
Is a Level 2 academic compliance alert issued in
Level
coordination
2.
with the Department of Student Preservation. Please
What?
remain seated. Maintain eye contact with your desk. Do not
I got
interrupt this
eye
broadcast.
contact like
You
this.
may have noticed something strange during class today.
What's going on?
A wrong
My teacher fucked
equation
up.
on the board. A historical date slightly off.
Nope.
Your teacher called you the wrong name
Oh.
and smiled when you corrected her.
Oh.
You thought she made a mistake. She didn't. She was testing who still thinks they're real.
Oh.
We regret to inform all students and staff that correction protocols have been suspended until further notice. You are no longer permitted to correct your teacher. Yes, even if she's completely wrong. Even if she tells you your hometown doesn't exist, even if she writes numbers backwards, even if she starts speaking in a language no one has ever taught you. Because the truth is, that is no longer your teacher.
Bro.
Reports confirm all 9 classrooms
that's
in
totally
Sector B have experienced changes in instructional identity. Students who raised their hands, questioned the lesson, or corrected the teacher displayed the following symptoms: sudden dizziness, nosebleeds, speech duplication, repeating her words involuntarily, temporary face distortion when viewed through glass or phone screens, faint whispering from
Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. So when I start getting scared, my eyes start like tearing up and shit. So you might see some tears drop down my eyes in one of these videos, bro. Like I already feel it forming my eyes right now. Let's get back into the react.
Inside their locker. If you've experienced any of these, do not go to the nurse. She already knows. She helped them get in. This began last week. A student corrected a small grammar error in room 4C. The teacher turned slowly and said,
"Damn, bro.
Then teach it yourself."
My fault.
He hasn't been seen since.
Oh.
But we all hear him now.
All right, so let's just say that kid, that's not a human no more. That kid is actually your desk now. I know, shocker, real shocker. But that kid is actually your desk now. Sorry. It's not your classmate no more. That's your desk. Let's get back into it.
That soft humming before roll call. That's him. If your teacher stares at the corner of the room.
What did I say? What did I say?
room for more than 12 seconds. Close your eyes. This is not a punishment. It's for your protection. If the lights flicker while she's speaking, don't blink. If she writes your name without asking, erase it before she turns around. If she asks,
damn, that nigga, you going to that's how quick your ass is gonna have to move. I just fucked up my camera. There you go. I'm sorry, baby. My fault. Let's get back into it.
Would you like to correct me again? Say no. Say it clearly.
No.
And never look away from her hands.
No!
Now, the part they didn't want me to say. The part you weren't supposed to know. She's not teaching the wrong answers. She's teaching the new reality. The one we're being reshaped for. The one where facts shift, names dissolve, and you exist only if she allows it. You thought it was just a mistake on the board. You thought you were helping. But you failed the test. And now, she knows. This concludes the compliance briefing.
Oh.
Resume silence. Accept the lesson or be replaced by someone who will.
Oh, that's different. That's very different. I'm not even gonna like say nothing for real, but that was very different. I can't lie to you. Can't lie. Let's get into the next video. Your dog watched you sleep last night. What would you do if your dog was watching you sleep at night?
This message is issued by the Emergency Coordination Center for the Tri-State area. Please listen closely and follow the instructions that follow. This is not a drill. We are issuing this alert regarding unusual canine behavior patterns that have emerged across the tri-state area over the past 72 hours. If you own a dog or live with someone who does, you need to hear this information immediately. Starting Monday evening, our dispatch centers began receiving calls from pet owners reporting strange nighttime behaviors in their dogs. Initially, these reports seemed isolated and benign. Dog owners described their pets acting restless after dark.
Let's get this straight, bro. Let's get this straight. If you're like terrified by your dog sleeping at the look of staring at you at night, that's not your dog no more, G. That's a skinwalker. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's the rake. I'm sorry. That's not your dog.
Pacing hallways and positioning themselves in unusual locations throughout the home. By Tuesday morning, the pattern had become impossible to
That's just a
ignore.
dog.
What started as scattered reports from 3 counties had spread to encompass the entire tri-state region. The calls shared disturbing similarities. Pet owners wake to find their dogs sitting motionless in doorways, positioned to have direct sightlines to bedrooms. The animals maintain these vigils for hours, remaining statue still until sunrise. When approached or called, the dogs do not respond to their names, commands, or physical contact. Their eyes remain fixed on sleeping family members with an intensity that owners describe as deeply unsettling. Most concerning are the reports of vocalizations. Over 40 separate households have contacted authorities about dogs producing sounds that do not match normal canine communication. The sounds occur exclusively during these nighttime watching periods, and only when the dogs believe their human companions are asleep. A couple on Granger Hill reported the first documented incident. Sarah Mitchell woke around 2:30 Tuesday morning to use the bathroom and found her golden retriever, Bailey, sitting perfectly still at the foot of their bed. The dog was facing directly toward her sleeping husband, maintaining an unblinking stare. Sarah said Bailey's posture was wrong somehow, too rigid and alert for a resting animal.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm like shaking with the video, like how it's wobbling, bro. You know how it's like, that's how I'm moving with the video, bro. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's like I'm back on a cruise ship rocking. That's out of point, but if your dog is doing this, like this is actually Jane with your dog, you might like have to. I'm not gonna be the one to say it to you, but you might have to exterminate your dog, G. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's get back into it.
When she whispered the dog's name, Bailey did not acknowledge her presence. As Sarah watched, her husband shifted in his sleep, and Bailey tilted his head with mechanical precision. Then, Sarah heard what she described as a low, chuckling sound coming from the dog's throat. Not panting,
not your dog.
Not whimpering, but a distinctly human-like laugh that lasted several seconds.
Skinwalker.
When she turned on the bedside lamp, Bailey immediately returned to normal behavior, wagging his tail and seeking attention as usual. The dog showed no signs of illness or distress during daylight hours. Later that same night, more calls flooded the emergency lines. A family in Riverside discovered their German Shepherd positioned in their daughter's doorway, maintaining the same motionless vigil. The father, Mark Chen, attempted to call the dog away, but the animal remained frozen in place. Mark reported hearing what sounded like quiet giggling coming from somewhere in the hallway, though he could not determine the source. The family's security cameras captured the dog's position but recorded no audio anomalies, despite the family insisting they clearly heard the sounds. On Wednesday evening, a woman named Jennifer Ross
Not only do my
made a
eyes start watering when I'm scared, bro, but I get like really quiet. And I've noticed like every time I look over here at like my recording stuff, I'm like, after every little word I say, it goes straight down to the bottom. I'm just completely silent, bro. I'm actually terrified right now, bro. Well, not terrified, but I'm a little scared.
All that has deeply concerned our behavioral specialists. Her border collie, Rex, had begun exhibiting the watching behavior 2 nights prior.
Rex. Are we serious?
Wednesday night, Jennifer pretended to sleep while observing Rex through...
Not to diss anybody's dog named Rex. I'm just saying that out of spite and well, not spite, but just first thing that comes to mind.
Barely opened eyes. She watched her dog maintain its position for over 3 hours,
3
never
hours.
moving except to adjust its gaze when her
Damn.
husband changed positions. Around 4 in the morning, Rex began making the laughing sounds. Jennifer described them as soft but distinctly amused, as if the dog found something entertaining about the sleeping humans. The most disturbing detail from Jennifer's account involves what happened when she accidentally moved too much while pretending to sleep. Rex immediately stopped the vocalizations and stared directly at her location, despite her eyes being closed. She reported feeling an overwhelming sense of being evaluated, as if the dog was determining whether she was truly unconscious. After several minutes of this silent observation, Rex resumed the quiet laughter, but Jennifer said it sounded different now. More knowing, she said, more satisfied. Thursday brought reports from apartment complexes and multifamily homes. Dogs were positioning themselves to observe multiple sleeping humans when possible. One dispatcher received a call from a college student whose roommate's Labrador had taken up residence in their shared hallway.
Now I'm like checking my door to see if my dog is chilling out there. Well, not it's not really my dog, it's my brother's dog. But still, bro, I'm like checking over there. Making sure that they go busting the doorway 8 feet tall, but completely standing up about beat my ass or kill me, bro. Whole time my dog was a skinwalker, bro. That's why I keep on looking over here, bro. Shit's scaring me, bro.
Positioning itself to have sight lines into both bedrooms. The student reported being awakened by sounds that seemed to come from directly outside his door. But when he investigated, he found only the dog sitting in perfect stillness, staring toward the other bedroom where his roommate slept. What makes this case particularly troubling is the security footage the student provided. The camera clearly shows the dog maintaining its position for hours, but the audio feed contains no unusual sounds despite the student's insistence that he heard extended periods of quiet laughter. This discrepancy between witness accounts and electronic recordings has appeared in every case where surveillance equipment was present. We have identified these common stages in the behavioral pattern. Stage 1 is restlessness. Your dog may begin pacing after dark, showing reluctance to settle in their usual sleeping spots. This typically occurs between sunset and midnight. The animal may seek out elevated positions or locations with clear views of multiple rooms. During this stage, dogs often ignore familiar commands and show decreased interest in treats or toys. Stage 2 involves positioning. Between midnight and dawn, affected dogs select specific locations that provide direct observation of sleeping humans. They maintain these positions with unnatural stillness, rarely shifting or adjusting their posture for hours at a time.
4 feet tall.
The dog's eyes remain open and focused throughout this period, exhibiting none of the normal blinking patterns associated with alertness or relaxation.
5 a.m.
Stage 3 encompasses the vocalizations. Dogs begin producing sounds that witnesses consistently describe as laughing, chuckling, or quiet amusement. These sounds occur exclusively when the dog believes humans are asleep and cease immediately when the animal detects any sign of wakefulness. The vocalizations appear to be responses to the sleeping human's movements, breathing patterns, or dream behaviors. Stage 4, which we have documented in 12 cases so far, involves direct interaction attempts. Dogs begin approaching sleeping humans during the night, moving closer to faces and hands while maintaining complete silence. When the humans wake, the dogs are invariably in normal resting positions, showing no signs of having moved. However, family members report finding evidence of the dog's presence: displaced pillows, sheets pulled slightly out of place, or the distinct smell of dog breath near their faces upon waking. If your dog is exhibiting any of these behaviors, follow these safety.
That means your dog got a hot ass breath for you to be just smelling it hours or 30 minutes later after you wake up, bro.
The instructions immediately. First, do not attempt to interact with your dog during nighttime watching periods. Calling their name, offering treats, or physical contact may trigger escalation to the next behavioral stage. Several families who attempted intervention reported more aggressive positioning and extended vocalization periods the following night. Second, create barriers between your sleeping area and your dog's access points. close and lock bedroom doors when possible.
Oh yeah, guys.
Dogs exhibiting this behavior have shown remarkable persistence in maintaining their observation positions.
What the fuck?
And they may attempt to circumvent barriers by finding alternative vantage points. One family reported their dog learning to open doors it had never shown interest in before. Third, do not investigate the sounds yourself. Every household that has attempted to record or document the vocalizations during the night has experienced equipment failure or audio anomalies. More importantly, dogs that realize they are being observed during their watching periods often escalate to more disturbing behaviors.
What the fuck?
The Chen family, after attempting to videotape their German Shepherd, found the dog had moved from the doorway to standing directly beside their bed by morning, though they had no memory of the animal entering their room. Fourth, maintain normal daytime routines with your pet. During daylight hours, affected dogs return to typical behavior patterns and respond normally to affection and commands. Dramatic changes to their routine or attempts to rehome the animals have resulted in the dogs exhibiting the watching behavior during daytime hours as well. The pattern is expanding beyond individual households. Yesterday, we received reports from 3 different neighborhoods where multiple dogs have begun coordinating their behavior. On Elm Street, 7 dogs from different households.
That's why your dogs are possessed, bro. That's why your damn dogs are. That's why your dogs are possessed, bro. The reason why your dogs are possessed is that you're staying on Elm Street. That's what Freddy Krueger has. Is that, nigga? That's why your dog's getting fucked up. Or you live in a Section 8 environment. And we all know who wants the Section 8 environments. It's Nightmare on Section 8. My goodness, man. That's why you fucked up. Get into it, man.
Have been observed positioned at windows and doors, all facing toward the same house where an elderly couple lives alone. The couple reports no unusual behavior from their own small terrier, but neighbors have documented the other dogs maintaining synchronized watching positions throughout the night. Our animal control officers have attempted to observe affected dogs during the nighttime hours, but the animals consistently return to normal behavior when officials are present. It is as if they can distinguish between family members and outsiders, modifying their behavior accordingly. Dr. Patricia Williams, our consulting veterinarian, has examined 12 affected dogs and found no physical abnormalities, neurological issues, or signs of illness that might explain the behavior changes. More troubling are the reports from families who have temporarily removed their dogs from their homes. The Martinez family took their beagle to stay with relatives Wednesday night, but they report being awakened by the sound of quiet laughter coming from their hallway despite the absence of their pet. When they investigated, they found no source for the sounds, but their security camera showed unexplained shadows moving through areas where their dog typically positioned itself.
What the fuck?
2 families have reported their dogs attempting to wake them during the night, but not in the typical manner of nudging or whimpering. Instead, the dogs position themselves inches from sleeping faces and begin the laughing vocalizations at gradually increasing volumes until the humans wake naturally. Upon waking, family members find the dogs in normal sleeping positions, but report the distinct sensation of being watched throughout the night. We are coordinating with neighboring emergency management agencies as reports have begun appearing in adjacent regions. The pattern suggests a systematic behavioral change affecting domestic dogs across a wide geographical area. Our attempts to identify an environmental cause, disease vector, or other conventional explanation have been unsuccessful.
I don't care.
The behavior appears to have emerged.
I don't really care, man. My dog start doing this bullshit, bro. If my dog starts doing this bullshit to me, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Nigga gonna have to die. I don't care. You're not my dog no more. I'm sorry, Fido. You just gonna have to die. I'm gonna have to put you down. Straight Glock to your dome, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It has to be this way. You're just weird now. Can't have you around. He might fucking slaughter me in my sleep, man. Got other worldly beings in my house now. Gotta deal with fucking demons because you're possessed.
Simultaneously across unconnected animal populations without any identifiable trigger event. 3 families have reported that their dogs have begun reacting to empty rooms as if people were sleeping in them. The animals maintain their watching positions directed toward vacant beds or sofas, producing the same quiet laughter while observing spaces that contain no humans. When questioned, these families admitted they had not informed their dogs that certain family members were away from home, suggesting the animal's behavior is not based on routine or expectation. If you live alone with a dog exhibiting these behaviors, do not remain in your home overnight. We have received 14 reports from single-person households where the watching behavior has escalated to more direct interaction. These individuals report waking to find their dogs positioned directly beside their beds, sometimes appearing to mirror their sleeping positions or breathing patterns. One caller described waking to find her dog's face inches from her own, maintaining eye contact while producing the characteristic laughing sounds. The sounds themselves have begun changing in households where the behavior has persisted for multiple nights. Initial reports described quiet chuckling or giggling, but families now report hearing what sounds like sustained, amused observation, as if the dogs are witnessing something entertaining that the humans cannot perceive. The vocalizations have grown longer and more complex, sometimes lasting for 20 or 30 minutes without interruption. Most concerning are the reports of dogs reacting to their owners' dreams. The animals appear to respond to nightmare content, increasing their vocalizations during periods of restless sleep or distressing dreams. Several families report that their dog's laughter becomes more intense when the sleeping humans show signs of fear or anxiety, suggesting the animals are somehow aware of their owner's mental states during unconsciousness. We have documented cases where children's dogs have begun focusing their attention on parents rather than their usual young companions. The animals position themselves to observe adult family members while seemingly ignoring the children entirely. In homes with multiple dogs, the animals have begun taking shifts, ensuring continuous observation throughout the night hours. Do not attempt to medicate your dog or seek immediate veterinary intervention unless the animal shows signs of physical distress during daylight hours. The behavior appears to be psychological or behavioral rather than medical. Sedated dogs have shown even more disturbing positioning behavior, maintaining their watching posts despite apparent unconsciousness. This broadcast will repeat every 2 hours until further notice. If your dog is exhibiting these behaviors, report it immediately to your local emergency management office. Do not remain alone with affected animals during nighttime hours. The behavior pattern suggests escalation over time, and we cannot predict what the next stage might involve. Remember, your dog is watching you sleep. The question is no longer whether they find something amusing about your unconscious state. The question is what they see that you cannot, and why they find it so entertaining. Until we understand more about this phenomenon, assume you are being observed whenever you close your eyes. The laughter you hear might not be coming from where you think it is. Stay alert, stay safe, and remember, silence from your dog during the night might not mean they have stopped watching. It might mean they have learned to watch more quietly.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, I'm not even gonna lie, that was scary, bro. Ooh. I'm gonna link the 2 videos that we watched below in the description in case you want to watch them yourselves. Yes, that was very scary. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That the second video was like the actual scary one. The first video was like, yeah, it was prepping you up. I'm glad that cause it's like it's scary that it didn't end on a jump scare, but also like horrifying that it didn't. Well, not to say the same, but it's horrifying that it didn't. Like I would have been scared had it ended with a jump scare, like a dog just. Arr! But nah, I'm glad though. I'm glad though it didn't end on a jump scare. If you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you guys like and subscribe. What I found out is that about 91.6% of you guys watching my videos are not subscribed. Please subscribe because we just hit 200. I'm very proud. I'm very excited. This is you guys are doing. I'm very thankful that you guys given to about 202 subscribers at the point of this recording. I'm very thankful, and I really love you guys from the bottom of my heart. All right, that marks the end of this video. Oh, actually, get a shout out. Shout out to the United States viewers. I love you guys. And the Philippines you viewers, man. I love you Philippine viewers, man. All right. Well, that marks the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it's something more lighthearted and not scary. All right. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye.